Howdy, this is Wes. I want to talk to you about creating a trading persona for yourself. Now, specifically, what I'm talking about is going to be covered in a new course I have coming out December 1st. And it's going to be a course about building up a trading account and living off of the profits. Specifically and primarily, it's going to be about building a smaller account to the point where you can live off of the profits from that account. But it can be used for any size trading account that you've got. It doesn't have to just be a small account. We're not going to talk about that much in this video. In fact, we're probably not going to talk about it at all during this video. But you can look at this really cool picture that I got on iStock Photo. Isn't it cool? This little tiny shrubby thing, but it's potential for a big tree, etc. Oh, that is good times. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to creating a trading persona. Now, the reason why I want to talk about creating a trading persona is that, to me, trading successfully is not an actual natural human person characteristic. So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and jump into the stuff I want to talk about. So the first thing is you have to have discipline. You got to be disciplined, or this will never work. You have to be able to cut off losing trades. You have to be able to stay in winning trades, and just stick with me for a couple of minutes, because this is going to seem boring and it's going to seem like it's stuff you've already heard before, but we're going to get to the cooler stuff here in just a minute. I just have to get this discipline crap out of the way. Now, you got to stick with a winning system. Don't obsess over a losing one. You have no idea how many people I've heard from in the past who say, I want to have a system that uses this specific indicator on this specific currency pair. Well, are you trading that right now? No, because it loses money. Well, then why do you want a system that trades this specific indicator or this specific currency pair if it's just losing? Why don't you find a winning system or a winning robot? Whatever you want to just... Don't obsess over a losing system that you feel like has to be the winning system. Now, also, you need to research like you're being paid to, because you are. Research doesn't have to be like going to the library and checking out some encyclopedias, which nobody does anymore. Research should be always expanding your horizons in trading stuff. Not changing your trading system, but expanding your knowledge about markets, expanding your knowledge about what's going on around the world, especially in the news and with various countries, etc., and blah, blah, blah. Checking financial calendars to make sure there aren't any huge financial reports or whatever else coming out. Just, research like you're being paid to. You don't want to be a dummy. If you're sitting there and you have no idea what any of this stuff means, then you need to figure out what it means. Like, don't sit there and have no idea what the crap you're talking about, or what it is you're looking at, or what it is that you're trading. You've got to know what it is you're doing. Otherwise, you're kind of a dummy, like me. You also have to be able to drop everything when needed. So what we're talking about here is discretionary trading. Honestly, you probably will never be able to live off of the profits of some of the robots that we use if you have a really small account. If you're starting off with a $300 account or a $500 account or a $1,000 account or even a $2,000 account or whatever else, you are going to be looking at building your account slowly if you're using the robots, because they're not really designed to make a whole bunch of money really fast. They can if you're willing to go through some of the emotional roller coaster rides that are involved in it, but for the most part, robots aren't going to be get you to where you're trading for a living when you have a $2,000 account. It's not going to get you there immediately. It's going to take some time. So what we're talking about here are discretionary trading systems, because you can control many of the variables, like how much you're trading at a time, how many of the trades you are placing, what trades you want to keep open, what trades you want to close. Whereas robots are systematic. They make money and they do it over and over and over again, but we aren't ever looking for a large amount of profit, or at least I don't. I know that there are some students, some traders out there who use these robots, even my robots, and they just let them rip and they just watch as all the profit comes in and they just enjoy it and everything. But that's not how I work. It's not how my brain works. I just anyways, we're talking about discretionary trading. You need to be able to drop everything when you need to drop everything so that you can go and trade. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be on the market 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, but it does mean you have to have systems in place to let you know when you are needed, and you have to be prepared to be needed. Okay. One thing I wanted to talk about really quick is you were not born a trader. You'd be surprised how many people have told me I was born to trade, or something like I was made for this, or I was meant to be a trader. No, you weren't. You were born a child. You were born a baby. You weren't born to be a trader. You weren't made to be a trader. Trading wasn't meant for you. You have to actually achieve being a trader. Or at least a profitable one. I guess anyone could be a trader, but you have to actually achieve being a profitable trader or being a good trader. And you have to do it through hard work and discipline, like we just talked about. Okay. Now let's talk about what this video is actually about. Now that we've gotten through all the other stuff, I try to get through as quickly as possible so it wouldn't be so super boring. But this is what I really want to talk about. Like an actor playing a part, you have to create your trader self. Now, you may not agree with this. I really don't care if you do or not. But to me, the most essential part of creating a trader self, a trading self, or being a good trader is being able to section that part of yourself off and play that part. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, you need to create a new trading persona. Now, your trader self is not your everyday self. You may be really well liked. You may be a husband, father, friend, and I should include in this, but I didn't have enough room on one line. A wife, mother, etc. But anyways, this is just for the sake of getting through as quickly as possible. Your trader self is not a friend, it's not a husband or wife or a father or a mother. It's just a trader. Your trader self trades for profit. That's what it does. It doesn't like Facebook. Your trader self doesn't care about your finances, doesn't give a crap about your bills or anything like that. Your trader self cares about trading. Your trader self is single-minded. Now, this is perhaps one of the most important things I can reiterate is your trader self is not your everyday self. When you go into trading mode, when you're placing trades, when you are examining the markets, when you're doing trading stuff, you're not looking to be your everyday self. You're not looking to be that person that is the hit of the party. You're not looking to be social. You're not looking for any of that stuff. And yes, your trader self can be social, like in a chat room for traders or whatever else, but your trader self is focused on trading. Your trader self is not the And I'm trying to figure out how to say this a little bit better. Your trader self is not looking to have a good time. Your trader self is looking to trade and is looking to make money. Your trader self is single-minded. It's focused. When you exit your trading computer, your trading platform, your trading self, whatever it is you want to call it, when you get out of trading persona mode, you go into your everyday self mode, which is far more complex than your trader self. Your trader self should be way simplified. Not a simplified version of your everyday self, but a simplified version of any self. A simple robot is basically what you're trying to be. Your new trader self should not be, this isn't who you should turn into. If you were to be this person, nobody would like you. You would be a sucky person, and everyone would hate you, and you'd lose all kinds of friends and all kinds of stuff. This is just for your trading. You need to learn to compartmentalize your trading self. You keep your trading self sheltered from the rest of your life, and you keep the rest of your life sheltered from it. Your trader self has no doubts. Your trader self has no fear. Your trader self does not procrastinate. Your trader self does not obsess. Your trader self has no passion. Now, you might think, well, shouldn't your trader self have passion for trading? No! No. Your trader self should not be obsessed with trading. Your trader self should not be passionate about trading. Your trader self should trade to make money. Your trader self should be obsessed with nothing. If you are obsessed with trading, you will place more trades. That does not always mean good things. If you are passionate about trading, that could mean you end up switching your trading system too many times. Or it might mean that you focus on all the wrong things about trading, like buying more systems, buying more of these stupid courses like what I put out. If you are trading for a living, if you are trading to make money so that you can pay your bills, etc., then your trading self should not care about the rest of your life. For example, let's say you are trading because you lost your job. And what you're trying to do is make money to pay the bills. Well, every time you get a new past due notice about whatever that's gone past due, which I've had quite a few of those in my relatively short life, but that past due notice comes in. You start thinking, man, I need to really ramp this up. I need to make more money faster. Well, if that starts to spill over into your trading self, then you can start making dumb mistakes. You can start to doubt. You can start to have fear. You can start to procrastinate. You can go into denial, which we've talked about before. You can start to obsess about getting more trades. You can start to be more passionate. Now, passionate's not always a good thing. Now, passion, for the most part, people think of as being passionate about a person, like a relationship, or being passionate about cars, or being passionate about computers, or being passionate about woodworking, or being passionate, just whatever you decide your passion is. There are other levels of passion, and that's how some of the most serious crimes are committed. And I'm going to put crimes against trading as part of this too. If you become too passionate, if you become passionate about trading because you need it, then you can create or you can commit some serious trading crimes. Placing trades that are far too big for your account. Or not getting out of trades when you should. Or getting out of trades too quickly. Or Even procrastination. Think about it. You you go into a series of losing trades and then you decide just to give up for a little while, or you decide just to, I don't know, let's say you procrastinate getting into some of the trades because you're not really sure, because you've got doubts or you've got fears. All of these things are illogical, I guess, to put it in a Vulcan term. They're not logical. Trading should be about logic, not about passion or obsession or fear or doubt. All of these things can lead to bad trading decisions. You need to compartmentalize your trading self, meaning put it into a box, keep it safe. Now, I'm not talking about being a psychopath where you I don't know, showing like a, I'm thinking of like a, some sort of movie where there's the bad guy who's sitting at his desk or whatever and it's dark and he's just getting ready to go, I don't know, kill somebody or whatever. I don't know. It's not supposed to be that, but it's keeping your trading self focused and single-minded on trading, not on everything else that's going on in your life. Because if you start to allow emotions and feelings and stress and other things to enter into your trader self, it starts to affect your trading. And that's one of the biggest things that causes the downfall of so many traders, is allowing their desires, their passions, their obsessions, their stresses, their doubts, their fears, their relationships, their friendships, their online Facebook addiction or whatever else to start spilling over into their trader self. And it just can't. It has no place inside of your trader self. Now, what I'm talking about here is kind of trading robots. However, I'm talking about the robot being yourself. And I know that sounds dumb, or it sounds weird, or it sounds like some sort of, I don't know, poster that you put up to make people sad. I don't know, because it doesn't really sound like a happy poster. It sounds like a sad poster. Make yourself a robot. Be a robot. I don't know. But your trader self isn't supposed to be a happy or sad or any type of person. It's just supposed to be a part of yourself that you allow to take over your trading. Now, all right, let's get back over to this picture of a tree. That way we can end on a good note. Because this video has been a little bit more depressing, I suppose, than I had anticipated. So we're going to come back to this nice picture of a tree. You are capable of trading profitably. You are capable of making money in trading that you can use to support yourself and your family. There are sacrifices that have to be made. Now, not sacrifices like sacrificing a person or a chicken. Don't sacrifice a chicken to the trading gods or whatever. That's not going to work. But sacrifices of disciplining yourself and disciplining, even in some ways, the people closest to you, like in my case, for instance. I'll give you a nice little example. My wife and daughter are around me pretty much 24/7. I love them both. I love being around them 24/7. But when I'm trading, when I'm focused on trading, they have made the sacrifice of leaving me alone, I suppose. Not because I turn into weird antisocial dad husband mode, but because they know that it's important for me to focus, and it's important for all of us to be willing to sacrifice for this. So I think I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. Let's get back on track. You are capable of trading for a living. You are even capable of trading for a substantial part or all of the financial needs that you have, even with a smaller account. But you have to be willing to sacrifice, and you have to be willing to be disciplined, and you have to be willing to change yourself, not your everyday self. Let me get back to that part really quick. I don't remember where that was. Oh, man. There it is. Not your everyday self. Don't change your everyday self. This is another important part of creating a new trading persona, is that you're trying to protect your everyday self and your everyday life from your trading life. Now, what I mean by that is sometimes trades go bad. You are not going to win every single trade. But when you are in a losing trade, you can't let that spill over into your everyday life. If you start to allow stress from trading to spill over into the rest of your life, then you're going to start to find that they become mixed. Your trader self and your everyday self will start to mix in both directions, to where your stressed out trader self and your stressed out everyday self become one big stressed out blob of grief and pain and horribleness that everyone tries to avoid. Now, is this actually possible? Is it possible to compartmentalize your trading self to keep it sheltered from the rest of your life and keep the rest of your life sheltered from it? Yes. Yes, 100% yes, it is. It may not seem that way at the moment, but the more you work on it, the more you work toward creating a trading self that you can separate from your everyday self, the more you will find trading becomes less stressful and the rest of your life becomes less stressful, because you're not mixing two things that are incompatible. Because yes, your trader self is incompatible with your everyday self. If your trader self, if this sounds like who you are right now, then I imagine you're probably single, and you're probably not the happiest person. Or you're a Vulcan. Yeah, because that's pretty much what they are. But all right. That's all for this video. I know it's been kind of a downer. Hopefully not too much of a downer. Maybe next time I'll tell a joke before going into all of this stuff. But I want to throw in one last plug for the trading a small trading account, building a small trading account, or a small account, big potential, or whatever the course is called. I want to put in one last plug for that, because it's going to be inexpensive, and I don't know. I already called it stupid during this video, so maybe you don't even want it, and I don't really care. I'm going to have a good time. We're all going to have a good time. It's going to be all about trading and some systems that you can use to actually make money on a smaller trading account and make money relatively quickly. Not get rich quick, but be able to build your account up fast enough to be able to start using the profits from it to support yourself and your own financial situation. There will be a robot as well in the course, although we will not be focused on robotic trading for this. There will be a few videos that are kind of like this one that you're watching right now, kind of, I don't know, more psychological in nature. But for the most part, we're just going to focus on straight up awesome trading. How to do it, how to build your account, how to maximize your gains, how to build your account. I can't even remember what the word for that is now. Now that I'm in the video, I completely forgot what the word is for that. I'll remember it during the course, though, and I'll make a lesson specifically just about that one word, so I'll always remember it. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you watched the whole thing, I'm sorry, because it was really long and mostly boring. But have a great rest of your weekend or your week or whenever it is you watch this video. And goodbye for now.